This is the BLUETTI solar generator power pack that we bought.
Hi, we're Mark and Mel. After raising 4 amazing daughters who are now raising our 12 grandchildren and helping people on land in the real estate business for over 30 years, we're now realizing our goal of a year-long adventure cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Paradise. This is a 6,000-mile journey through waterways that include the Atlantic and Gulf Intercoastal Waterways, Great Lakes, Canadian Heritage Canals, and inland rivers of America's Midwest cities. Join us as we navigate over 100 locks, explore cities large and small, and experience an unforgettable journey through America's Great Loop.
Okay, we've got a new project going. This thing behind me is a big part of that project. We have been struggling a little bit with our inability to stay on the hook and using only battery power to manage all the power needs, the electrical needs of the boat when we don't have an outside source like shore power. And we've been running our generator typically, on average, probably about 3 hours a day, about an hour and a half at night and then an hour and a half in the morning to bring the batteries back up so they can continue to supply the energy we need, plus run the inverter to run the things on our boat that run off an inverter to the batteries. The biggest thing being the refrigerator. We have a refrigerator that's just a household style refrigerator. It's nice because it's large, but it needs that AC power to run, and it runs off an inverter connected to the batteries in the boat. To try to create a situation where we have to use the generator a lot less and maybe not at all in some cases, we bought this thing here. A lot of people call them solar generators. This is a BLUETTI brand device, that genre, so to speak, and it's basically a lithium battery in a box with a built-in inverter, and as you can see, it's got outlets and stuff you can plug directly into it. But we are going to use this and integrate it into our boat's systems, and we're very optimistic. We've kind of hooked it up temporarily and tested it a little bit, and the results so far are pretty promising, and I'll get more into that. We also bought 2 BougeRV brand flexible solar panels. I'll show you them here in a minute, and they're going to go up on the bimini top and be attached by magnets. We have another looper friend that has done the same thing on his boat, and they are very happy with it, and the performance of the solar panels and the magnet attachment to the bimini top has been very successful. They haven't had any problems with it. So we'll fill you in on what we're doing here as the process goes, and I'm pretty excited that this is going to help us out a lot. This is the BLUETTI solar generator power pack that we bought, and I don't know if you can see the display. I'm not sure if it's visible, but it says it's at 75% power and it's charging at about 1,200 watts, and that's because what I have going right now, we're on a mooring ball in St. Augustine, and we did run the generator this morning. One of the reasons we ran the generator this morning is it was quite cold, and we wanted to have be able to use the HVAC system and heat up the boat. And I don't know that the BLUETTI can handle that yet. So, but while we run the generator, we can plug this in. As you can see, that power cord goes down there to that outlet next to the ice maker down there, and it charges as if you had it plugged in at a home or while we were connected to shore power. And then that comes in right over here. That's the AC input where that cord goes in, and there's other connections there we'll talk about. But it's up to 75%, and that's after about an hour, and it was right at 0, well 2% anyway, when I started charging it this morning using the generator. And it's been about an hour and a quarter, I'd say, that it's been charging. So we might get to 100% here before I decide to shut it off. Anyhow, over here is our solar panels. These are BougeRV brand flexible solar panels. As you can see, they move, very flexible, and they're 200 watts each. We have 2 of them. So we're going to be adding 400 watts of solar to our bimini top, basically up there on top of the bimini top, and that cords from that are going to run down the side over here somewhere. We haven't figured it out exactly yet, and then come into the port on this BLUETTI right over here. That's where the power from the solar is going to come in, and this is just sitting on the bar top counter here. Now it's temporarily there, primarily because the cord that came with it is not long enough to get it to where we want to keep it. So our plan is to actually clear a spot in our little catch-all bin up there above the bar cabinet and set it right in this area here. And I'm waiting on an extension cord that's supposed to be delivered by Amazon today to accomplish that. So that'll be a little bit more out of the way, a little more actually a little above eye level. And what we will do with it, which is kind of interesting, we are actually going to not plug anything into these outlets per se. We may use them at some time, but this is the BLUETTI AC 200L. It's a very new one that they have, and one of the features of it is this 30 amp RV style plug, or even household style plug, and the reason that is going to work out well for us is we just got an adapter. Let me get it here. So here's the BLUETTI with the power cord that we are planning to use to connect it to the boat systems right here. We got this adapter that goes from the RV style 30 amp outlet to the shore power style 30 amp plug. So the way we're going to use this BLUETTI box and integrate it into the boat systems, we're basically going to use it as if it were a shore power cord coming into the boat. So we're going to plug this adapter we got here that matches the style on the BLUETTI here and converts to a 30 amp shore power connector here. And we're going to use this is one of our two 30 amp cords that we have, and this is a temporary run I did. This is not going to be the finished product. It's just running across the floor here and goes around back there, and there's all that excess of that 50 feet that we're not going to need. We're likely going to purchase a 25-foot version of that cord that'll be a little more easy to manage for this. And originally I wanted to run it through the hole there that the lines go through. As you can see, the lines over there off the side to that cleat, but the with the black collar that tightens and seals the end of the cord, it doesn't fit through there. So temporarily anyway, I've come over the wall here, and we literally just plug it into the shore power, the inlet. That one on the far port side there, the one it's plugged into, is our house side. The one next to it, for us, we can plug in a second cord there. That goes to the HVAC systems only. So hopefully we'll just fire up there, just turn on the BLUETTI and have that connected, and we will get power to basically all the systems in the boat. Now the way we're going to mount solar panels up top, on top of the bimini top, is with these rare earth magnets. They're very small, they don't look like much, but they are incredibly powerful. They hold at least 40 pounds of force, each one of them, or each pair will. And I'm going to be attaching them one to each of these grommets here. There's a grommet 1, 2, and then a third one down there, and then there's 3 more on the other side. and this will lay flat on top of the bimini with these magnets on the bottom side, bolted in with stainless steel hardware that we've already purchased. And then on the underside of the bimini, we'll take the second magnet and just literally set it up there and let it snap into place. And I've seen it demonstrated. Whoa, there you go. That's metal, and that just magnetized itself to that. Oh my gosh, that takes quite a bit of force. Anyway, so we'll see how that goes.